Well, hell no, he won't go. Nicolas Maduro saying that a U.S. invasion of Venezuela, maybe he's been reading the papers about John Bolton talking about 5,000 troops in neighboring Colombia. Well, that it would be worse than Vietnam for the United States if we go that route. So the former National Security Advisor to Vice President Dick Cheney, John Hanna. John, good to have you.
Hi, Neil.
He doesn't sound like someone happily and quietly relinquishing the title. So what happens?
Well, I think the administration is absolutely right. You never take any options off the table, Neil. But I really do believe that short of Maduro actually starting to threaten and attack American citizens in Venezuela, I just think all this talk about a military option for the United States is really overblown and unnecessary.
So what did you make of those little notes scribbled on a pad showing 5,000 troops to Colombia? Do you think that was just a setup or what?
Listen, it's hard. John Bolton is a very smart foreign policy professional, so it's hard to believe he does anything unknowingly, but it's entirely possible that he just left that out there. We've got to do contingency planning. There's all kinds of bad things that could happen to our people in Venezuela that you would need to be able to get them out. 5,000 is not an invasion force capable of deposing Maduro and taking over the country, so I don't think that's what it was for.
All right, so I even remember the Ferdinand Marcos that were trying to get him out of the Philippines, and I think we were shipping him off to Hawaii, trying to find a peaceful, quiet, nonviolent means to do so. Do you think something like that is in the works? And if it were, what countries would take him?
Well, I think that's certainly got to be part of the any hope for a solution here to get Maduro out, is that we've got to fracture the military. We've got to give them offers of amnesty, give them a reason to abandon that regime. I think the increasing diplomatic isolation, the economic sanctions, and then giving Maduro, if he wants to take it, some kind of easy pathway out of there, whether it's to Russia or China, even to Mexico, perhaps, is going to be part of this entire comprehensive strategy and package that's going to take some time. But you need to let that work rather than play into Maduro's hand of allowing him to rally a population, the military, around calls of Yankee imperialism and the gringo threat from the north.
He needs, that is, his opponent, Juan Guaido. He needs generals on his side, right? He doesn't have them right now. How likely is that?
Well, Guaido claims that he's actually talking to the military in secret. Clearly, the U.S. is being approached by the military in secret as well. There are contacts that have been established, and I think it's just a matter of a negotiation now that the military's got some very difficult decisions to make. It either faces a Maduro who will have their heads if they make the wrong decision, or they can be heroes, abandon this guy, and then what's the deal they get with the West? What kind of amnesty do they get if they, in fact, leave this sinking ship of the Maduro regime?
You know, John, you're probably going to think me crazy for even asking this question, but I thought of you in your days working with Vice President Dick Cheney. I don't know if you've seen the movie Vice. It's a bitter, cruel portrayal of your former boss. But, of course, it's soaking up all the Oscar nominations, all the Golden Globe. What do you think of it?
I can happily say, Neil, that I haven't seen it. I'll wait till it appears on Netflix or somewhere else streaming. I would say that I saw the trailer, and I've got to say I've seen a lot of movies where Cheney is portrayed, and Christian Bale, at least in terms of the way he captures the physicality and mannerisms of Cheney and the speech patterns, if not the person himself, which I hear the movie utterly misses. You know, Christian Bale did a fine job.
You should see the guy who played you. I mean, it really. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're a good sport, John. Thank you very, very much. John Hanna, the former National Security Advisor to Vice President Dick Cheney, and now a movie critic.